Kane Hodder is one of the biggest icons in horror. He's acted or done stunts in more movies than I can count, but from playing Jason Voorhees to playing Victor Crowley, I can attest that Kane's just got a knack for killing people really, really well.
Hi.
After a decade of working together, Kane's become one of my tightest of friends. Hell, I even wrote the intro to his shitty autobiography, Unmasked, where I made up a bunch of complete bullshit about what a nice guy he is, just so that he wouldn't choke me out or tear my fucking arms off. I'm Adam Green, and this is my scary sleepover. Really?
What?
How do you wear that?
Well, somebody gave it to me, and obviously I can't wear it out like at a convention or something. So I wear it when I'm sleeping.
No, all right. Well,
know.
yeah.
I think it's rather humorous, like almost ironic in a reverse irony somehow.
I try to say that about a lot of my comedy. It's ironic in a reverse kind of way. Wait, you gotta see this though. This is super cool. Obviously, right? So that's the Hatchet 3 look, which is still, I think, the best
Oh, for
look.
sure. I think so too. The eyes look really terrifying. God damn.
Well,
I like that.
okay, I actually think that Meshuggah is scarier because the eyes are closed,
Yeah.
right? I mean, look at that. That totally looks like you're gonna open your eyes at any moment.
Oh, now don't give me an idea. What am I gonna write?
Like Scary Sleepover, I'm the first, or Scary Sleepover, I don't know.
First victim?
When we finished making the first Hatchet, it was just like a scrapbook. Because remember how we kept those online journals and stuff? It was basically just printing stuff out, like the first makeup test when we made the trailer. These were the auditions for, like, these were the sheets for that day when Tamara came in and when Joel came in. But yeah, these were just everybody's headshots. But look at how young, look at that.
Oh my God.
Is that a mullet? It is,
It
right?
is. I did rock a mullet for quite a while. But look at my fucking blow-dried looking hair. I never blew dry my hair, ever. But it looked like it. Oh, I haven't seen that picture in years. 15 years at least.
So as far as what movie we're gonna watch, I figured I would give you a choice.
Okay.
It's gotta be something that you were in. So you have to choose between Friday 7, your first time as Jason, or Hatchet 1, your first time as Victor.
Oh. Well, one of them really put me on the map, you know.
Well, one of them also re-put you on the map.
Well, true, but nobody had any idea who I was until that movie. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I think that this one though, it's a little bit more like this is what you're doing like now.
There is that, but
So this, I mean, we could totally watch.
I like them both.
We could watch 7. I just think that, you know. Plus, when's the last time you saw this? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's definitely good. I love the movie, but you know,
So this
is got a special place in my heart.
I
You know?
guess this is just chopped liver. All right, cool. I'll put it in. Oh, shit. Well, Friday 7. This is what happens when you let people borrow your shit. Aside from shooting this stuff, I mean, how often do we do this? Like, well, I guess never with the sleepover thing, but. So why do you like scaring people though? If someone had asked you when you were a kid, like, oh, how are you gonna make your living when you get older? Would you have been like, oh, it's gonna be playing monsters and, but think about it, like, I mean, maybe, you know, not Victor yet, but Jason, that's Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, Leatherface, those are the modern day Universal monsters. You're one of them.
I know. Believe me, I am as amazed as anyone else is.
But why, what do you like about it? What's fun about scaring somebody?
Never really been asked that. I just, it's fun to see people's reactions when you do something to try and scare them and it works, and you see them get so over the top scared more than you thought, it would happen. It's an amazing feeling. And I don't know if it's so much I like to scare people, but I love to simulate horrific violence and make it look believable. Maybe it's because I was bullied when I was young or something, and it's such a reversal that now I'm intimidating other people. It's so much nicer to be on the other side of that. I've always loved horror movies, scary movies. I like being scared too. But
When's the last movie experience where you were scared? The Exorcist, right?
No, I loved it. I wasn't scared. It was an effective movie on me, but the only time I was really scared was The Birds. When I was so young, and that I can say I was actually scared.
I think, and I think this applies to some of the characters that you've played more than anything, is that, if you go see a great comedy, like the original Dumb and Dumber, right? Like Harry and Lloyd, these characters. You love the movie, it's hilarious, they're great, but after the movie's over, those characters aren't part of your psyche, they're not real things. Whereas in a horror movie, whether it's an entity in a ghost story, whether it's Freddy Krueger, whatever it might be, those become part of your life. They become something that you're afraid of when you go to bed at night. It's something that could be under the bed. You have nightmares about them. You think about them.
That's true.
And it's the only genre that really does that. Where you can invent a character or a scene or a mythology that becomes part of somebody's life. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So what scares you in real life? Like, what scares Kane Hodder?
I knew you were going to ask that eventually.
Well, I think anybody would want to know that, because there's millions of people out there that will say that you scare them.
I've been known in horror for 25, 26 years, whatever it is now. And I've always been asked that question, and I'm hesitant to answer because I can't think of anything. All the typical stuff that, people want me to say, oh, I'm afraid of spiders or something, but there's nothing that I've ever been able to come up with that actually scares me. And then it makes people think, oh my God, he's just trying to be a tough guy, big scary guy, not scared of anything. But I honestly could never think of anything. But
what about something like flying, turbulence? Like, you don't get scared by that?
I really don't.
Wow.
But in the last year or so, I have actually finally come up with something that is legitimately terrifying to me. I never really thought about it until certain things in my life have happened. And I can say that with complete honesty, that the one thing that truly scares me, and I've never told anybody this, honestly, it sounds like I'm just doing this for this, but I've never told anyone. The one thing that truly scares me is dementia.
Dementia?
How terrifying would it be not to know your own family? I mean, you're not scared because you don't know any better, but just the fact that people get to a place in their lives where they don't recognize the closest people to them. What a way to end a great life that you may have had, to where you don't even know anything anymore. And so, that's the one thing that I can actually say that scares me.
Jesus Christ, you couldn't have said spiders or...
I know.
Wow.
Well, like I said, I've never even told anybody that.
Yeah.
So, you got any scary stories?
Actually, okay, good. I got one that I've never told anybody before. And so I have night terrors a lot, right? And I'm screaming. Kane. You're a douchebag. Kane Hodder likes guys. Freddy versus Jason. I'll tell you the story another time. Good night.
And it's so heavy here and so hard to
Well, this is metal.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, we custom made
It's
that.
just hard to swing.